Take you live to Ekurhuleni. That's where the Gauteng Transport and Logistics MEC, Kedibone Diale-Tlabela, has been meeting with taxi associations in the metro to discuss ways of ending the strike. 2 taxi drivers have been killed today. Newzroom Afrika Zola has been attending that meeting, and she joins us now for an update. Zola, I understand that meeting has now come to an end. Does this mean that there has been some kind of resolution?
Well, Michelle, it's quite early to actually predict a resolution, but obviously we will find out in the next few minutes, because the MEC then gave, these structures some time to caucus and decide on what they will bring forward so that they can come up with, a resolution that will possibly benefit those that have been affected, greatly impacted by taxis not operating today. As you would understand, that the biggest demand of taxi associations was for their members to be released, and obviously their cars that have been impounded, and obviously the MEC was hearing those grievances. But to tell us more, about what was happening in the meeting, and obviously the 2 shootings that were reported earlier on, we've got the MEC, Gauteng's MEC of Transport. Ma'am, thank you very much for your time. You raised a concern on the issue of shootings that took place, earlier on, begging taxi drivers to refrain from using violence, when it comes to solving their matters.
Thank you very much, and it's really a sad day for us as a province, and I think as a country, that we still continue to lose taxi operators, be it drivers or owners in this industry, because of the conflicts, and worse is that we never get to see who is killing the people in the industry. And like you heard them, they also don't know who's killing them. They also are seeking for justice, and we are hopeful that one day someone will be arrested for or held responsible for this. And today we came for 2 things. It was an agent meeting on the basis that, one, the operations have been stopped in the region, and secondly, we thought there's a link between the matters that has been happening throughout the week. I'm told today only 2 people have been killed, and ever since in the week it's about 6 people who have died, and this is according to the police report. So we were here and we thought these are linked, and also there's a challenge between the taxi industry and one of the bus operators here, and a conflict on or a dispute around the permits on the routes, and this is what we still to investigate as a department. Of course, you have seen the meeting is hot. We adjourned for different caucuses to sit so that we are able to resolve the issues. They are complaining that their members are arrested in the squad, and we have impounded some of the cars, and we can't allow lawlessness. We can't allow bullying. South Africans have a right to choose the mode of transport they prefer to use, and unfortunately people who get affected is the low-income earners in our province, who get affected by this conflict. So we are hopeful that we'll be able to resolve the issues. We trust that they will go back to operation this afternoon. Maybe people will find transport to go back home. We're trying to appeal to them to understand that we're in a democratic country where, as citizens, we've got rights, and one of those rights is to choose the mode of transport we want to use. And we are also engaging them to use the platforms we have created for them as and when they have issues, including dispute resolution mechanisms that we have put for them. One other challenge I think that we are faced with, because it's said that just 2 days ago I was with the provincial leadership until 9 o'clock in the evening discussing exciting initiatives on modernizing the industry. And we never got to pick up that there's challenges in this region. And we don't want it to spiral throughout the province, and that's why you see us coming here on an agent basis to sit them down and get to understand the issues. Unfortunately, and I think also as a province and the municipality, we are investing on reskilling and capacitating the industry. I think one of the most important is conflict management and dispute resolution. Because they didn't want to speak to us what is their problem. They just said release our people. Before me understanding what is the issue, what are the issues, why are they angry, and why are those being arrested. But some of the things they are requesting are not possible to arrive at now. Remember, I'm not responsible for the justice system in this country, but also to say that if wrong is wrong, and law enforcement must always do their job on a daily basis. But I think we are going to arrive at a solution today. I'm confident, and I think they are also feeling the pinch also from their side, and we are all agreeing that we'll arrive at a solution on this matter, and taxis will go back to operation.
Now, failure to reach a resolution, after you have the last session of the meeting, what will happen tomorrow, MEC? We understand that this is obviously an inconvenience to people that, have to report to work, commuters, to be quite specific.
Hopefully you'll still be here. Remember, we have set ourselves to at least have a decision by 4 o'clock, whether they are agreeing to go back to operation. We have pleaded with them that they need to go back. They also are saying they want to go back. We just need to agree on a mechanism. Like I say, we can allow lawlessness, but also we can override our law enforcement agencies. If those people arrested have transgressed the law, bullying is wrong. Manhandling women is wrong, and it can't be allowed. Just because they are an important industry, it doesn't mean they've got the right to harass, bully, and do as they wish. But I think there's agreement on such issues. We are hopeful also that their provincial structures will be here. They promised that they will be here because they also did not know what is the issue and what is the challenge on the ground. And that's why you saw us trying to prioritize. There's conflicting issues. There's many issues, but also there's no truth to all these issues, and that's what we must strive to achieve. We've got a dispute resolution mechanism in the province. In case we don't agree today, we'll also explore all those measures, but we are here to make sure that we arrive at a decision, and hopefully later today the taxis will be operational again. They are reasonable men. They are pleading that we assist them in the killings, but they know better. I don't know who's killing them. I don't know why are they being killed. I plead with them to come out and tell us the truth. We have had a lot of commissions of inquiries on this. Nobody gets to know who's killing them. It's an unfaced individual, and we want to know. It's contributing a lot to instability in the industry. But commuters are always fearing for their lives. Remember, when there's a shooting at a taxi rank, commuters are affected. Women and children are affected. And we are wanting to ensure that there's safety in that regard. And that's why you see our law enforcement officials always responding speedily on the issues, and sometimes doing what they don't like, arresting and impounding their cars.
So what are you doing, before I let you go, MEC, what are you doing as a government to ensure safety of commuters in taxi ranks, as you'd understand that they are the ones, like you've just mentioned, that get really affected when such things happen?
One of the things that we have done is to ensure functionality of the Gauteng taxi industry. And what the Gauteng government has done is to establish what is called a Gauteng Taxi Industry Trust, where we channel funds to look at various programs, and the safety program is one of those, and to look into the taxi rank. Remember, the taxi ranks are in the purview of municipalities, and we have now finalized the future taxi rank model that also speaks to issues of safety. Currently, they have I just forgot the name, but they've got sort of EPWP individuals that do the cleaning and ensure that they monitor the areas, the taxi areas. They themselves also have security individuals and mechanisms to ensure that the taxi ranks are safe. We rely much on our public order policing, as well as the subs to also, like the case of yesterday, the speedily responses as a result that we understand that there might be issues on a daily basis. So the conflicts continue. It's amongst themselves, it's brothers fighting each other, and we need to really help the brothers to sit down and see that they can't resolve their conflicts with guns, but rather negotiate, and we are there to assist them. And we've put mechanisms in place to do that.
Thank you very much, MEC, for your time. And obviously, we are waiting for the last segment of the meeting, where we will be finding out what is the actual outcome of the meeting. Will the taxis be in operation today in the metro? Or, commuters will have to find other alternative means of transport to get to their workplaces, as they were inconvenienced today due to the taxi strike. But what I can tell you is that there was a bit of, a commotion, in a sense that it didn't seem like they will reach a mutual ground, considering the fact that taxi operators are demanding that their members are released, and the cars that were also taken, or rather impounded, are also released. That was the biggest of their demands. But we hope that after this segment or session that will be had together with the MEC, they will see things eye to eye and come up with a decision that will benefit everyone, including those that have been impacted by this, which are commuters. Back to you in studio.